Hi guys, it's guess who? Really? Seriously? Is it really me? Yes it is. It's me, Julia. Yay! I had to give you a warning. I'm at home with a really bad chest infection, and that's why I kind of sound like Kathleen Turner. And now my hair has decided not to cooperate. It's been a long time since I've posted on YouTube, and I miss it so much. I feel really horrible. And I thank everybody that's, still following me on Instagram and, checking in on Facebook every once in a while, even though I'm not on there very often. I really have no excuse. It's just, I can't get to it. Like, one thing after the other keeps stopping me. And there's been health-related issues and friend-related issues and family-related issues. Everybody knows that. Everybody goes through that. Long story long, it's been a long break. I understand that. Everybody's so great. I mean, I love you guys, and this is really the highlight of my life. This is my creative outlet. This is what I like to do. I just wish I could devote the time to it, but unfortunately, I'm not in a place in my life right now where I can, and that was a lot of work, so I need a drink. Okay, so diving right back in, let's talk about things that I've really been liking lately and things that have been kind of a disappointment to me. There's a couple of new things, but then things that you may have seen before or not. So let's get into it. So first of all, can we talk about my hair? I'm loving my hair. I got my hair cut off. I think I got my hair cut this short once a couple of years ago, but I'm loving the kind of lob. I'm not really trying to emulate Essie Button, but it kind of looks like I am, maybe. I don't know. I wish. Fingers crossed. But yeah, really like that. So that's kind of my first monthly favorite is my hair. What else? Okay, so first up are these OGX. I think these used to be called Organics, the Organics line, but here in Canada, at least, they're now called OGX. Oh yeah, see, it says right on there. If I read, I learn a lot. Formerly Organics, now it's OGX. I don't understand. So anyway, this is the Hydrating Argan Oil of Morocco body wash and lotion. Oh my God. Oh my God, is all I have to say. The scent of these is so amazing. I'm sorry, I'm talking like Penny from Happy Endings because I've been binge watching it for the last 2 days. Oh, it's just... It's that, things that are scented with argan oil tend to have that kind of luxurious, perfumey smell. That's what these have. So nice. Okay, so the great thing is you can get them, you used to be able to get them at Target here in Canada and in Walmart, but sadly Target, boo-hoo, is leaving Canada. So the only place that I can really find these is Walmart, like at a reasonable price is Walmart. I think they might be available in drugstores as well. But for some reason, ever since Target is now gone, I can't find these in my Walmart anymore. Like, I bought them at Walmart. Now I can no longer find the skincare. They still have the shampoo and conditioners, but I can't find these body washes anymore. So I hope that doesn't mean that they're no longer carrying them in Canada. Like, oh, please. Because I finally find something that I love from the drugstore that's a really nice creamy body wash. It's got argan oil in it, so it's very moisturizing, and it's like $8 for 385 mils. And then the lotion I've been using, I'm all out of the body wash, but I still have like most of the lotion. That's usually the way it goes. And it's a little bit of a lighter lotion. It sinks in really easily. It's not too thick. If you can find them, highly recommend those. Lovely, delicious. Sorry, I got a hair in my eye. Oh, stop. I have these flyaway hairs and they just keep going into my eyeball. Okay, anyway, it has been the winter to end all winters here in North America, because I feel like it's pretty bad everywhere. But it has just dragged on. It has been bitterly cold right through January all the way to March. It's now the middle of March. Ew, that was lovely. I told you I had a cold. So it's just been bitterly cold. And I've been doing okay, but then for some reason, as soon as like the 1st of March hit, it's like my skin said, that's it. I'm done. I've put up with all I can. I'm now going to simultaneously all fall off your skeletal frame. And my skin has just been so tight and itchy and gross for pretty much the entire month of March. I finally broke down and bought some Eucerin Calming Daily Moisturizing Cream. Soothes and hydrates dry, itchy skin, and it has oatmeal in it. So, you know, when you have that itch on the back of your leg and you're just like, oh, and it's almost a sexual gratification when you're scratching the itch. I get that all over, like, it's just awful. So I slather this on the itchy parts and it actually works. So yay, Eucerin. And it's just available at any drugstore. Okay, so I found this beautiful, and this is kind of a hit and a miss at the same time. This is the Soothing Cleansing Milk from Sephora, and it's just a creamy cleanser, and it has, what's it got in here, like coconut oil or something, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm bothering to tell you about this, because as soon as I bought it and fell in love with it, they discontinued it. Why do they do that? I was looking for something creamy at a reasonable price for my dry, dehydrated skin, blah, 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 blah. Found this, loved it, fell in love with it, now they discontinued it. Thanks a lot, Sephora. Next up is this thing, and it's from Real Techniques, and it's their sponge, but it's got some sort of weird name that I can't remember. It's like the Ultimate Beauty Blend. I have no idea what it's called, but I love it. So it's a kind of a wonky shape. It's their version of the Beauty Blender. What's different about it is it's more porous and kind of spongier than the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender tends to be more of a kind of a solid material that it's made out of. But I like this one better than the Beauty Blender because I like that texture. Same principle, you run it under water, fill it up with water, and you just use it to blend out your makeup. And I find that really helpful when you have dry skin because you can, you know, you don't have to rub and get those kind of little flakes. So I really like it, and I like the shape of it. It's really good. It's got a little pointy end. It's got a wide end. And it's $8 in Ulta. And here in Canada, you can find it every once in a while in Winners. So keep an eye out because it's really good. Next up is something that I probably talked about in an earlier favorites, but I found a new way to use it and I fell in love with it all over again. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade for your eyebrows, and I have the color medium brown, and it's just a little pot. It looks like a cream eyeshadow or a cream eyeliner, but it's not. It's for your eyebrows, and I really like this. It's a kind of a waxy consistency without being too waxy, but it's not too creamy either, so it just seems to be like the perfect consistency to fill in your eyebrows and go on and kind of lock in place all day. If I use this, I don't need any kind of gel or anything like that. To be honest, I don't fuss around with that kind of stuff anyway because I don't take my brows too seriously. Like, it's not an Olympic competition for me. Basically, all I want to do is just kind of fill in my bald spots and kind of fill in my tail a little bit because my eyebrows are naturally very thin down here, and it's not something that I'm trying to achieve. It's just something that is achieved, especially this eyebrow. This one is coming along nicely. It's growing in a little bit, but this one, no luck at all. It's just going to be thin and witchy looking. Thank you, 90s. When I first got it, I was just using, you know, your typical old slanted eyebrow pencil to fill it in, and that works okay up at the front, but I noticed down on my tail, this was just a little bit too wide, and I was getting kind of like, you know, you could see the product on either side of my eyebrow, and it was looking a little ghetto. So I recently started using it with my Sigma EO5 eyeliner brush, which is just a very small kind of tapered eyeliner brush, and I love it because now I can draw on individual hairs, and it's much smaller, and I can get a more natural look. And I'm not, you know, like I said, I don't go crazy with my eyebrows. So yeah, I find it works really well. So it's made me kind of fall in love with this all over again. Next up is a couple of blushes. As I said, boohoo, so sad Target is leaving, but as they were selling out, they had like 30% off their cosmetics, and they had the full, pretty much, I think, maybe not the full range of NYX products, but they had a pretty good, for Canada, display with NYX products. And it's so sad to see it gone. I loved the beauty department in Target Canada because it was so bright and shiny and clean. It was just really nice. But anyway, so when stuff was on sale, I ended up picking up a few things. Blushes are those things. I love blushes, but I kind of use the same ones all the time. So I broke out, got a couple of more blushes. I bought like 5 in total. And these two are my favorites. The first up is an illuminator. It's not really a blush. It's like an illuminator for face or body, but I don't know like where you're putting this on your body because I don't know if you can see it, but it's like Nars's Orgasm. It's like an orangey kind of like a peachy shade. So I don't know where you're putting that on your body. Why am I talking like that? I don't know where you're putting that on your body, but if you want to, you go right ahead, okay? This is what happens if you don't make a video for a long time. Cuckoo! So anyway, this is just a shimmery, peachy, I'm doing it again, peachy. It's just peachy and it's so lovely. I don't know if you can see now because the color is awful. But anyway, it looks like, it really does look like Nars's Orgasm to me. Can you see that there? But it's just a really nice light. It's not too pigmented, so it's not too heavy-handed. And it's got shimmer in it without being like chunky glitter. So, you know, in the winter when you're looking kind of dead, it gives a nice glow. Love that. And I've also been loving kind of tawny colored blushes because with my dry pale skin, I get like a lot of redness. So every time I put like kind of pink on, I feel like it's just my whole face looks red. So I've been kind of counteracting that with more like I said, kind of tawny shades that could kind of double as a bronzer. And now I'm all stuffed up. This is NYX Bittersweet and it's a brownie pink. And like I said, I like the fact that you can, it kind of doubles up as a little bit of a bronzer. I haven't really been experimenting a lot with eyeshadows. I just kind of stuck to the same two trios, but I just love these. And I really feel like, yeah, they get a lot of love, but maybe they don't get enough love. And it's the little Wet n Wild trios, like the original ones that when they first reformulated and they came out with these trios. These are like just the best. I have to be honest with you. The two that I've been interchanging between is Walking on Eggshells and Sweet as Candy. I'm wearing this Naked Lunch dupe here, which is like a shimmery champagne-y. Okay, like, can we, no, see, because it's so glary. It's just the sheen on these. They just look like such a nice high shine shadow without being glittery, without being sparkly. It's just that nice kind of rich looking high shine, like very, you know, shiny satiny finish. And they're just great. And I really, to be honest with you, the other shadows that are in the Wet n Wild range, like the, you know, like the 6-pan, I think it's 6 or 8-pan, like the Comfort Zone ones. I feel like the formula of those shadows are even a little bit different than these. They're just so creamy. I say creamy a lot on YouTube, but that's what they are. They just go on so well. They feel like much more expensive eyeshadows than they are, and I just love those, and I've been using them nonstop for like months now. Okay, so we're down to the last couple of likes, and it's lip products, and they're all from NYC. Like, NYC's been knocking it out of the park for me at the drugstore as far as lip products go lately. Like, their face products and eyeshadows and stuff are kind of like I wouldn't even tell people on a strict budget to buy them. But their lip products are so good for the drugstore, and they came out with this new range of lipsticks called Expert Lash Lip Colors, and I bought a couple of them last year. Like, they were really bright colors, but they came out with a new, I saw a new display the last time I was in the store, like 3-4 weeks ago, and they had some matte shades mixed in, and they came out with some new shades. So this one that I got is called Expert Lash, and this was a matte shade, and it's called Velvety Fuchsia. So it's fuchsia, but in the tube it looks like a really bright kind of cherry red, but oh, so bright. The only problem I have with like these really bright colors is I don't know how far to go. Like, do I go all the way into the corner? Because I find when you go all the way to the corner, you end up with trout mouth. But if you stop, I don't know. Anyway, 43 years old. I still don't know how to put on makeup. Anyway, I love that. So that's Velvety Fuchsia. And at Walmart, they've got like 2 for $3. Ha! Deal. And then I'm totally in love with their City Proof Twistable Lip Crayons. And I've pretty much gotten all the colors that I think I'm going to wear. There's a couple of nudie tones in there that, not really for me, but these fun colors. And what I love about them is they're really inexpensive. As I said, they're like $2. They've got a nice range of colors. They're not too glossy or sticky or waxy. They're just a really nice consistency, really nice texture. And I think they're great for what they are. I mean, there's not an expensive lip crayon or a pricier lip crayon that works any better than these. I think they're great. And it's one of those things, you know what? It's fun. If you end up not liking them or not using them, whatever, like they're cheap and fun and they do what they need to do. The only complaint I have about them is the little caps don't stay on very well, so it's very easy for them to come off in your purse. But the shades that I have been wearing the heck out of are these three. So first up is, like, this is supposed to be a primer. It's a City Proof Perfecting Lip Primer, but it's this really pretty kind of shimmery peachy shade, and I'm just finding that I'm putting that on. You see right here, like it has a color to it, and it's got like a nice kind of gold shimmer in it, and I don't know if I would put it on underneath the shade. Like, I don't know what the idea is. I guess the light will kind of hide any imperfections. It's kind of like putting on a shimmery primer. But I love that. So it's in Universal #1, and it's the one in the white tube. In February, I went through a really big, Kylie Jenner, or what is it, Kendall? Kylie, whatever, that kind of mauvey lip phase. And this just totally fit the bill. And this is what I'm talking about. It's really cheap, so I can cash in on a trend, but I'm not breaking the bank buying like a $50 Tom Ford lipstick to wear a shade that I probably won't wear next year. But you can see, like, I have worn this down. Look. Oh, for me, this is a lot of wear. And this is in Riverside Rose. And as I said, it gives, can you see the finish on them? They're shiny without being too glossy, but they're also not stiff and waxy. I just really like them. And the color payoff, as you can see, like, it's really good. So I've been wearing the heck out of that. And also this one here. This is Fulton Street Fuchsia, which is a really pretty pink shade. See how pretty that is? It's not quite as intense as the one that I'm wearing, but it's a nice bright pink to kind of wake up your face in the winter. But I love those a lot. Okay, so that's it for my favorites. Now I've got some disappointments. And my disappointments, the reason why I'm kind of calling this high-end versus low-end is I find, like, all my favorites were, like, low-end, like drugstore stuff. And then the things that I'm disappointed with were high-end. And that usually happens with me, and I find it kind of highlights this weird phenomenon that I find, like, watching videos and reading blogs. I find that people who are used to buying, like, usually only buy, like, from Sephora, the department store, so they buy high-end stuff, they tend to be more forgiving of the high-end stuff that they buy and more critical of the low-end stuff that they buy. And then conversely, I find people who favor drugstore products, like myself, I definitely fall into this bracket. I tend to be more forgiving of the drugstore stuff because I figure, it's just drugstore. And then more critical of high-end stuff. Like, I have a high standard for high-end products. So the first thing, and this is something that I kind of got swizzed into buying, is I was in Sephora looking at their Bourjois counter because I wanted their CC cream, but of course we don't have it here in Canada. And lo and behold, the Lise Wattier sales rep was there, and she's like, "Oh, have you tried this?" And she started talking to me about this Hydra Smart line that they have, and it's 3D hydration veil with blue lotus for fast, deep, and long-term 3D hydration. Whatever the hell that means. But, marketing hype. But it's $36 for this tiny little tube. The color that I have is ivory, I think. Yes. Hello. First one, ivory. Long story short, it's a tinted moisturizer. There's hardly any coverage. With my tinted moisturizers, I'm not really looking for a lot of coverage. I'm looking for just something that evens out my skin tone. I feel like the color, can you see the color is not quite right. It's fairly moisturizing, but I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad product. What I'm saying is for $36, it does not perform any better than my drugstore tinted moisturizers or BB creams. So, okay. And then next up are two mascaras. And again, it's because of the price tag. Like, I'm sorry, but this is the Clinique High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara, and this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras. Both really nice mascaras. Like, they do a really good job. This one's got the kind of, it looks like the, the CoverGirl Lash Blast kind of rubberized bristle brush head. Is that what I'm trying to say? Handle, brush head, whatever. So it's got like wubble wuffles. It's got rubber bristles on it. This is the Clinique one. Yeah, nice and moisturized, or nice and volumizing. No clumps. Okay, it's great. But the complaints I have, it's got a really wide mouth on the tube. So you get all this crap all over here and it's really messy. I find it really kind of a wet for it. See, like it's always like, bleh, it's all messy. And I get smears and smudges underneath my lower lash line. So by around lunchtime, I go into the bathroom and I'm a raccoon. So I don't like that for the price tag. I think it was $30, $28 or $30. So that's like, and it doesn't perform any better than my Lash Blast Clump Crusher or my Maybelline Rocket. Sorry, it doesn't. And then this one's like, come on, man, $36. I think it was $36. This is the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, and I'm wearing it today. So yeah, I'm gonna say it gives you, you know, sex bomb eyelashes. That kind of like dirty girl, sexy kind of grungy volume. You know what I mean? Where you look like you slept in your eye makeup. Is that even a thing? But yeah, so it does give nice kind of, I call it like nasty girl, dirty girl volume, because it's not like pretty. It's like, yeah, get in there and get your lashes all dark and rah. I always look really sexy when I wear it. But can I please tell you that this is the most obscenely huge brush head ever. And like, I can't get these lashes because then I'm hitting my nose with it. And even when I'm doing these lashes, it goes through and I get it all over my eyelids. And it's just, it's all clumpy down at the bottom. And it's just too much. It's like, it's too much mascara. It's just too much for me to handle. I can't handle it. And then again, hello, this is the first mascara I've ever used that actually flakes on me. Like, I get little, like, you know, down here. I'm like, what is that? And I got flakes and then smudging. You know what? Here, do yourself a favor. Go to this drugstore and buy this. Okay? If you like this. 2 to 3 coats of this. Same look as this. Okay. So there you go. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for waiting patiently. I love you guys so much. And we'll see you later. Bye.